Hello, welcome to day 14 for this creating a modern OpenGL game engine vlog series. I think it's simple. We're going to be creating a modern OpenGL game engine. We are in the process of doing that using a bunch of frameworks, JFW, SDRs for now. It's definitely unorthodox. We're doing some things differently. All in all, we want this to be the best game engine on this planet. So I hope you can help with that. The community getting involved, they're suggesting stuff, they're suggesting ideas, they're helping out with the code. All the code is available at GitHub, free to use, do whatever you want with it, and that GitHub page is available in the description. So, in the previous video we were looking at the input events, and yeah, if anybody knows how to get rid of this error, that'd be great. It happened because I think I mentioned that I was going to be, what's it called, reinstalling Mac. I reset it yesterday and it's been a lot better now. Actually, I think the serial key for the Mac was on there. I don't know if that was the best thing to do. Ah, screw it. It doesn't matter. But either way, it's already on there now. Screw it. If I go to storage, as you can see, most of the storage is just free now, because obviously I literally have installed jack, or just the absolute necessities, just the stuff that I actually am going to be using pretty much either on a daily basis, or I know that I'm going to be using on a regular basis and I need them installed. So I'll actually close Slack so it doesn't disturb me. Yeah, that's been a lot better. So, but ever since I did that reset, reinstalled Xcode, been getting this error. It's not specific to this project, getting other projects as well. So if you know how to fix it, feel free to let me know. I was reading somewhere that this particular, it's the way one of the NS objects is created or used. Xcode doesn't like it anymore, but apparently there's a workaround. I think it might, again, let's forget about that and let's get on with the video. So what we have at the moment, if we go to like keyboard definition, this was something that we created in the previous video. Here is essentially all of our stuff right there, and the key statuses. So there are a few statuses: not pressed, no state, which is the same as not pressed. You can use whichever hash define you want, pressed and released. And if we go to the core events .hpp, actually let me go to, let's say, what's enabled, GFW. So if we go to the HPP in here, yeah, it doesn't even create, like, call this callback yet, but I'm not quite sure how we're going to be doing that exactly. In the header file, in the core events class, what we've got is just an events object, which will be for our thingamajig. And we got a keyboard status and we got keys status. What I'm trying to figure out is how to detect which key has been pressed, because what we've got in hash define, if we go here, we got all of this. One potential way is to map this to the let me switch desktop over to the, let's check the time. Okay, one way is to map our hash defines to like GFW, the SG, and the SDL. The GFW, SDL, and SFML. I don't particularly want to do that, but honestly, might have to. So again, what is the best way of doing this? That is the billion, trillion, quadrillion dollar question. So at the moment with GFW, we've got this created, and so we would have an event object. It would construct it. Not much happening in the constructor at the moment. But in the core event, key status, we need to loop through that and set everyone to full. No, I know what we need to set it to. Just give me a second. What we need to set is SGE key no state. So we need to do for. And the reason we're doing this is to allow multiple inputs very quickly or at the same time. Int I equals 0. I less than. For now, I'm just going to put a magic number in there. Actually, how do you get a size of an array again? C++, you get array size. Okay. Size of P. Size of asterisk this key status. So in here, what I need to simply do is this key status I equals SG underscore key underscore no state. So initially they're not going to have any state. And then we need, what other methods do we need? We're going to need a method for, actually I sort of had the plan in the main dot. Actually, I'm just checking if this sort of snippet is okay, because I've had to just reset this up. Seems okay. We go to the main.cpp. This is essentially what I had in mind. If I can copy and paste that into the core events, copy and paste it into here as well, in all fairness. I can delete it after and it won't mess with anything. So c.get events. From the event thingamajig, you're gonna have a keyboard event, a dot pressed event, dot keyboard, or should I just take a parameter of pressed? Actually, how? I've never done this where you can do a function dot call another function unless the function will be returning an object. If it returns an object, then we're not really equipped for that. Let's have a look. C++ function. I'm gonna try function dot function. See what comes up. Lambda. Okay, let's forget about that for now. I'm going to try a different method. Instead of dot get keyboard dot press, what it's going to be is, once you have the core events, you'll just do keyboard, and then you will pass in, what you'll simply do is pass in a SGE underscore key underscore status object, and then you can have a second parameter which passes in a particular key. So this will be something like SGE underscore key underscore A, for example. And to detect, yeah. Dot keyboard dot key. okay, yeah, we're gonna go with this style. So what we need is dot keyboard. This is gonna return a bool. This is gonna be called keyboard int key status int key. And if we go to the CPP file, what we're going to do is do core events colon colon, and then in here all we're going to do is if key status equals double equals this keyboard status just trying to think. User might not always point a key, because again we want to be able to detect if just, let's say, a key on the keyboard has been pressed. An example what that might be used is, let's say, on the start of the main menu for a game, you might have some sort of fancy animation or background. You might say please press enter to continue, or press any key. I find a lot of games, even if you say press enter, that you have other keys that are workable, like space for example, click for example, or any key will work. It's an press any key sort of instruction essentially, but they are just saying enter for some reason. But for that reason, I could either have two methods, one with the key and one without. Or I'm going to try with and without. I don't actually have it created yet, so ignore that for now. So what I'm going to do is if key status equals, actually yeah, it does need to be different. If key status return true, else return false. Whereas this, instead of checking keyboard status, what we need to do is this key status key, and now we return true or false. I'm also thinking about doing another sort of vlog series. I know I haven't been doing this as well, although it should be in terms of the amount of content I'm putting out. Like I said before, it's almost like empty promises, but I will get back into doing these either on a daily basis or on a regular basis. The other one I'm thinking of is a PHP web framework project. It's already on GitHub, and I'm trying to, I want to say find the time, but get the motivation to work on that project. I'm really did enjoy working on the project. It's something that I think the community needs, and we internally use as well. So it's something that needs to be done, and it is open source. We release free, but the way I see it is we could potentially get benefits outside of internal benefits. We could get YouTube views. I think that's a bonus, and we can get help from the community as well, because at the moment, bar like a couple of questions I posted on Reddit and some responses, haven't really had much feedback. So I might start that tomorrow, but I want to get this out of the way first. So I just need to go to core events HPP, copy and paste that. So at the moment we obviously don't have any sort of way of setting a key, and remember, we will never, the user will never interact with the individual framework. So all they're ever going to interact with is core events. and for that reason we need to make sure that core events has the right method. So now that we got the keyboard one, we need a way of setting a key, or do we? No, we don't. No, we do not. But what we do need is a way of setting it in these individual files, and then inevitably we need a way of calling them from the core event. So I've got a couple of ideas. So if I go to the core events.hpp, got the events object, go to HPP, the events object. So what I'm going to do is just do this event subject. If I do I think that was the best way to attach it here. Could just potentially from here call these. Again, there's no guarantee of obviously them having the same number of parameters, having the same arguments in the method. So got this calling from here, and the code is GFW set window close callback. You know what, I'm gonna cut this, put it in GFW, this window. Actually, can we get that from the settings? I believe we can. If I go to core settings, nope, can't get it from settings. For that reason, name much actually. Actually need to gauge again what's the sketch with. Doing this video late was not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. I thought I got really excited. I thought, you know what, it's been ages since I've done it. Instead of doing one tomorrow, I'll do one now and one tomorrow. How long has it been? Probably it's only been 18 minutes. I am tired. So yeah, let's go back to the framework files for SDI and XML. They are using not a window but a window event. Okay, in the SFML, tend to the same. They're using a window event and not necessarily a window. Whereas GFW is using a window. It does use the window, but uses the window event as well. Whereas if we were to go to my mind is just frazzling up at the moment. I don't particularly want to end this video like this so short, but I'm sorry, I will do a longer one definitely tomorrow. Again, I need to not make this mistake of thinking I can do it now. You know what I'm going to do, at the very least what you get to this is the source code. Now somebody was asking for it. They said, did you not do any code changes? I apologize for not adding it. So if I go to game engine, So now let's try some stuff. Okay, day 14. Not much of a day in all fairness. Fairness. Tired. Make sure it has synced. Apart from that, feel free to check out the code, feel free to help contribute. So I will get back to it. I'm really sorry about this. Okay, there was a few things. I've done that, done all of these. Should pretty. I think they're the fourth line, but I don't know if it was important or not. Can't be asked to go into the history. Okay, thank you very much. Again, I know not much of a video, but I'm positive in tomorrow's video, it will be technically tomorrow, yeah. In tomorrow's video, we will get some sort of basic keyboard system up and running, and then once we got keyboard done, we can get onto mouse, but I'm more hopeful than positive. And once the keyboard one's done and we've learned how to do that in the 3 different frameworks, and by combining it in a minimalistic way as possible, we'll figure out the mouse stuff as well. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Again, sorry about this being a really short one.